Hey guys, welcome to the AI Workspace Setup Guide. My name is Oyindamola Adeshino, and I've been in the product space for over 8 years, helping organizations build products users love. Today, we're starting from zero, and by the end of this video, you'll have your own AI workspace with an agent and skills that helps you with some of your daily tasks. And the best part of this is that the entire setup is free. Here's the flow for the entire tutorial. First, we'll download OpenCode, and then we'll create a folder. After that, we'll make sure that OpenCode and the model we're using can access our files. Then finally, we'll start creating instructions, agents, and skills that can be reused by OpenCode over time. Let's get started. First, you go to your browser and type in opencode.ai. You'll see this landing page with a button here that says free and a download icon. OpenCode is an open source coding agent that helps you connect any model from any provider in one workspace. And that's the best part about OpenCode. Click the download button, choose your system, your operating system. I'm using Mac, and that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to click on download. And once it downloads, I am going to drag OpenCode into applications and launch. Okay, so this is OpenCode's interface. Sometimes when you want to open the new app, you'll get a security warning. That's an easy fix. On Mac, just go to System Preferences, Security, Privacy, and click Open Anyways. On Windows, click More Info, and then Run Anyway. And now we're in. Let's take a quick tour because this interface has some things you need to know before we start working on this project. The first big area is where the magic happens. You type here, the AI responds here. Now, see this drop down? This is the best part about OpenCode. It allows you to connect multiple providers in one workspace, and you can switch between them depending on your needs. I'm going to choose Kimi for the purpose of this tutorial. And this plus sign is basically for you to start a new project. There's a settings gear icon here, but we don't really need to figure anything right now. So we'll keep it simple. You can do a quick test by saying, hey, Kimi, and Kimi is going to respond. Before we continue, I am going to walk you through something critical, right? And it's important because there are two methods on Kimi. There's the build and the plan. The plan mode is like your general ChatGPT interface where you have a conversation and you get responses where you can copy or download. You ask questions, you get answers, or you brainstorm. That's the planning mode. In the build mode, you get Kimi to do things, create documents, edit documents, run commands, and that's where the magic happens. For what we are doing today, we're going to be doing build mode. Make sure that you're in build mode and you're running on Kimi. So now what we're going to do is to create a workspace. I'm going to click on start. We're going to create a new folder here. We're going to name it Rockstar 1 and create. Now you can see that we have this empty space. Click on open. Great. We have a new workspace. If we reload, we would see that we are in the Rockstar 1 document. Okay, so the first thing we'll do today is to go here, www.exceldemi.com. Just copy this. Scroll down and we'll be using the customer call center's customer satisfaction data. Okay, now it's downloaded. We need this file to be in our Rockstar folder. The idea is you'll have various files you need to work on, and we're simulating this with a file. You can move the file manually into the Rockstar folder, and in subsequent tutorial, we'll do this with our terminal. Okay, great. Now that the file is inside our Rockstar folder, let's go back to open code. We're going to refresh, click on all files and reload, and your file is here. We can also do something incredible with this data, right? Um, in this section is where you see all your data. You can reference it just by clicking on and dragging the file, or you can write the name of the file here, and open code will see. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is to analyze the data in this file, and we'll say, hey Kimi, I need you to look through this file, analyze the data, and create a beautifully styled PowerPoint report for our executive team. Okay, that's one, right? We're going to tell it to highlight actionable recommendations in the presentation as well. And make the PowerPoint editable. Put the presentation in a new folder called reports, where we can house all. And now you click enter. So what Kimi does is it takes time to plan and execute the instructions. It's going to decide how best to read the file. It will create a plan to execute the tasks and provide us with results directly in that folder. That's the agentic power of Kimi. While we wait, let's discuss hallucinations and wrong outputs. If you notice, there are always disclaimers about AI hallucinations, so please review your outputs and improve your prompts until your agent is trained well enough that you trust its output with minimal review. The important thing to note is that you need to know what you're doing, right? And you're giving the model the right context, the right information and resources so it can execute. The AI is not magically going to make all your work go away. You need to have a good level of expertise for you to get the desired output. That's why the human in the loop phrase is a crucial concept when it comes to using agents. With what you learn in this tutorial, you should be able to follow most of the How I AI videos to see what cool and amazing things people are building with their AI. In the part 2 of this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how you can do more with open code with your IDE and terminal. If you want to get notified when the tutorial drops, just click the subscribe button or follow me on LinkedIn at Oyindamola Additional right here. And I'm going to be sharing tips that helps you prepare so you can follow the tutorial seamlessly, especially because I'll be mentioning some technical terms in the next tutorial. And you really don't want to miss out on the prep. Okay, you can see here that Kimi says there's an issue with the table row indexing. So that's a problem with the data, but it's going to try to fix it um, and understand what the flow of the data is like, right? So if you're feeding Kimi data, you need to make sure that the data is as clean as possible so it can execute faster. Um, okay, yes, we'll just wait for a few minutes while it executes. And the good thing is also that if you can focus on more important work while Kimi is analyzing your data and creating a PowerPoint presentation for you. And so it's completed all the to-dos and it's fully done. As you can see, if you click on reload here, the folder report is here as instructed. And it puts the files in it separate from the initial data that is here. We're going to open this and see what Kimi has done. If you can't open the presentation directly, the best thing to do is to also go to your folder and try to open it. And here is the presentation. This is incredible. So cool. And this is editable, so you can do whatever adjustment, you can make whatever adjustment you want to make. And here is where it gets even cooler, right? You can make it create any PowerPoint presentation in your specific brand guidelines. All you need to do is create skills, and we're going to be doing that soon. We're going to create a skill next. And before we start, a skill is something you can reuse over time, and Claude has amazing skill templates. You just need to edit the brand guidelines to suit your needs. Just go to this link here, claude.com/doc skills/how to. And as you can see, they have amazing skills that you can copy from. We're going to be using the brand guideline skill. Let me see if I can find it right here. I think it's up. Okay, so here, brand guidelines. Okay, so we can copy this. So for example, if you want to change the color of this to white, just change it to the number for white. And the cool thing about this skill is that your agent will use it for any task except you tell it otherwise. So let's create a skill. We're going to give Kimi instructions. We're going to say, please create a skill folder where all my skills will be housed. In that folder, I want you to use the skill below to create a brand guideline skill that can be used for all my PowerPoint presentations unless I say otherwise. Copy this. Um, we are going to paste this in open code and then give it the skill to use. So if you want to edit this, don't forget to edit it, add, change your typography and everything else. And the good thing is you can always edit the skill later. Okay, so let's click on reload and boom, we have our new skills folder and we have our brand guideline folder. And don't forget, all you need to do is just reference the brand guideline by dragging it here and giving it instructions. Just to be safe, right? Because you've already told it to use it for every PowerPoint presentation, but if you need it for something else, you can always drag it here. I think somewhere here is supposed to say, okay, apply these guidelines when creating PowerPoint presentations, Word documents, marketing materials, and reports for clients. So it's all sorted, right? You might not need to reference it, but just to be safe, you can reference it. Right, next we're going to create our first agent. And the agent we're going to create is an agent that skims through the web and gives us the latest job opportunities we can apply to every day. Um, to get started, we're going to instruct Kimi to create an agent and create a folder where we can put all our agents. So I'm just going to go here and copy this prompt. Basically, the prompt says, I need you to create an agent folder where I will put all the agents I'll create and use for my work. In the agent folder, I want you to create a file for an agent called Job Searcher. This agent searches the internet for jobs that I can apply for every day and updates the file with a new job. So we've told it to create a folder that will house all our agents, and we've given it a name um, for the agents that we are creating. We're going to click enter and see what it does. Okay, so it's giving itself instructions on what to do. You can interject, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll not do that right now. If you want more description, you can list the specific types of job you want the agent to collate. You have to tell the agent that the job has to be recent, whatever criteria you use. These are just examples that I have curated and that you can use to create your agent. So you can say the salary range, you can say anything you want in a job, right? Let's see if Kimi is done with our agents. Let's reload. Great. We have our agents folder with the job searcher, and so this is pretty generic, right? But if you want it to be more specific, like I said, you need to have a level of expertise in what you want for you to be able to generate a great and amazing result from your agents. So now that we have our job seeker in the folder, okay, so it says add any specific companies you're interested in. That's great. It also says add any specific requirements like visa sponsorship, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. With this agent creation and skills creation, you should be able to follow most tutorials on how AI on the internet. And people have impressive AI use cases that helps improve their creativity. Clevo is one. Akash Gupta is another. They have cool videos on AI productivity hacks that you can use. So, now that we're done with our agents, let's just say, let's do an example updating the agent with some of the criteria we want. So let's see. Um, so here's a list of the type of agent, the job I want the job searcher agent to collect, right? Because we're trying to refer to the agent specifically. Okay, so let's see. So whenever you want to update your agent or your skills, you just need to give Kimi the instruction and make sure that it's as detailed as possible. And Kimi really does a great job updating. So yeah, let's reload to be sure that we have all the details. Um, okay, so The agent will now filter all search results, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I guess we have something interesting. And it's even giving you suggestions on how to improve your job search, which I think is really great. So the agent is going to look for jobs every day. Instead of you going to the internet searching for jobs, you just run this command and you're good to go. If you want to update anything, just tell Kimi to, and it's going to update it. Now you can see that your workspace has started looking a bit like those that I've seen in most tutorials, which is different from the regular ChatGPT interface. So let's recap. We downloaded and installed OpenCode. We explored the interface. We created a skill. We created a proper workspace structure. We built an AI agent. We tested the workspace with real work example by creating a PowerPoint from data that we analyzed. And we spent, I think, between 20 to 30 minutes doing this, right? Which I think is not bad. So I want to challenge you to really work on this video, practice it, make sure that you do something important that um, that is part of your work every day. And if you build anything cool, please tag me on LinkedIn at Oyindamola Adeshina. I can't wait to see all the amazing projects that you are all going to build. Thank you for sticking to the end. Bye, everyone.